TSUtigers.com. Coach Inman, Kennesaw State, he just fell to the Owls there, 65-56. Kind of give us an opening statement about the game tonight.
I thought it was very poorly played on our part. I felt like, I think the stats will prove that out. But it's just one of those things where we played about as poor as we could play. We shot the ball horribly. We played awful defense. Didn't hit free throws. Got whipped on the boards and had too many turnovers.
What are some of the key things that I guess kind of started? I should say in the first half, you kind of jump out quick. You jump to a 9-4 lead right away, and then basically go about 8 minutes without scoring. How tough was it to get the team to change something up to maybe get back on board and get back in the game on an early time?
We went through several trips. If we went to the free throw line, we just missed free throws. We went several times, and we had chances to score at the free throw line, and we didn't walk away with a score, for one thing. The other thing, we missed a lot of bunnies that we should have hit around the basket. And, I'd like to think it was their defense, but I thought it was poor execution on our part. And we shot 13% from the three-point line, so that tells you how bad we were shooting the ball outside. Inside, we had some players that weren't too bad inside shooting the ball, but we still, Morrow was 6 of 9, and looks like Brianna Lawrence was 3 of 6, but it just was not a good night for us totally, and I think. We have to go back, we have to reevaluate ourselves, and we have to start executing better, have to be smarter, take care of the basketball, and we have to rebound the ball a lot better.
Now, Brianna, there were a lot of fouls early, so and they were basically being spread out quite a bit throughout the team. Did you feel it was kind of tough to kind of get into a rhythm because the same 5 weren't out there for a lengthy period of time, and it just kept coming back and forth, as well as the stoppage of play not letting you guys get into a rhythm? Or
yeah, because I think we were kind of scared to put our hands on, or like we couldn't get into groove because we was afraid of what the call was going to be. But at the same time, the bench should have been ready to come in, and we just wasn't ready. Our bench wasn't ready then. It wasn't it.
Okay. And you led the team. You and Chelsea each had 9 rebounds apiece, and you both put up double digits in points. But if you look across on the other side, their bigs kind of did the exact same thing. Kind of talk a little bit about kind of the war in the paint.
We wasn't boxing out. We wasn't getting rebounds like we should, and that was just our part. It wasn't that they were better than us. We just didn't do what we was taught to do. I don't know what it was today. I don't know. Like Coach said, we got to do some soul searching. A lot of things that happen in the paint shouldn't at all happen because we were way better than this team. And it was up to us basically. We didn't fight harder than them. It was more of a fight thing. So that's how I feel.
Okay, Coach, you had you were trailing quite a bit in the first, and your team kind of came storming back and had a chance to tie it back up, but then let it get away a little bit, then start a little rough in the second half, and then come charging back. You tie it up, and then give up 2 quick, kind of easy layups to them. Was it? Is that kind of a backbreaker in a sense, where you feel you spent so much energy coming in?
Absolutely. I didn't think we played very good. That's part of it. We're talking about making mistakes. That's a mental mistake. If you don't transition from offense to defense, and if they run down the floor and score, you're not getting back where you should be in transition. And the bottom line is you have to be able to push the ball forward, make sure you get back where they can't push it forward, and pick up quicker, and we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're getting beat. We got beat the other night, transition too many times. And it's something that just cannot happen. But it did, and it's happened the last couple of times. It's things that we've talked about we have to correct. And like she said, defense is personal. Defense is personal. When you're out there, it's personal. We're not taking it personal. We're playing to get the ball back when we go on offense. Well, you can't do that. It ain't let's swap. Okay, is I'm going to stop you, and you know, I'm going to score. But we don't take a lot of pride in our defense as a defensive unit. And when we do, it seems like, you know, we're playing freeze tag. And you can't play when you're playing freeze tag. You know, it's a contact sport. Regardless of what the officials want to call it, it's still a contact sport. And so, you know, I just felt like that it was not a good night for the Tigers from a heart standpoint.
Brianna, it's only 2 games in, and you'd like to say only 2 games in, but what are some of the things that you guys take from the first 2 games to sit there and say, okay, you know, is this a wake-up call, or is this kind of a, okay, this is the step 1 of many steps to go, and this is what we need to work on? Where do you guys kind of feel where you're at with the team?
I feel this is a very wake-up call. Like, we have so much potential to be great, and we're not using the potential that we have for some reason, and it's inside of us. It's not that we're not where we need to be, it's that we're just not doing what we need to do to be great. And I think we're taking these games into ourselves, like, and just moving forward with it, and just getting better, and just taking from what we didn't do these games to do a lot more than what we're doing.
Right.
So.
And Coach, I know you want to continue to keep working hard, but you know, what are the things that you have to do to stay away from the pressing because maybe things are not going well with the team, to keep the team away from pressing too much, and basically how do you keep them to stay loose and kind of recover?
Well, they shouldn't have any reason not to be loose. You know, you got to be able to sacrifice things, to give up things, to think that you're, you know, really giving up a lot. The only thing they gave up right now is losses, okay? They can't take their heart. They can't take their character. They can't take their poise. It's something that you go out there and you work on every day. We will continue to work. It's not going to change. The standard is set. They know it's set. They know it's going to be that way, simply because they have so much pride. You heard what she's saying? We're going to get better. We're going to get better. They know we're going to get better. We have before. We will again. It's just a matter of time, we think. And so we're going to be positive. We're going to be where we need to be. We're going to continue working. We're going to work on things we didn't do well tonight and the game before that. And we're going to get it ironed out to where we're finally doing it right. One of these days, we're going to walk in here and we're going to tell you that we have finally gotten to where we need to be with our kids. But we're not there yet. It's obvious. They explored a lot of weaknesses. And we didn't think things through. We're going to learn to think better, think the game a little better, do a little better job there as well as play the game.
Well, thank you very much, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.